issue he followed and discovered. And the Buddhists, and like us, as I've been saying, whether we know it or not know it, we sort of bought it. It's whether you like it or not, it's sort of faith-based. And you know, the faith-based and the fact-based, they separated. Years ago, decades ago, they separated, and now it's turning around and bring them together. And that really shows how great Buddha is. How great Buddha was, you know. And mind you, no matter whatever you say, Prince of India and whatever you may say, probably a guy who has a little dhoti or the sarong in his thing and walking around with almost barefoot, walking around, and someone had such a brilliant idea of, the scientist has to work for 2,600 years and begin to see what he's talking about makes sense. And that is the great quality of the Buddha. That is the true reality of the nature. And our problem is not knowing the true reality. No matter whatever one may say, it is not enough faith, not enough praying, not enough saying mantra, whatever they may say. True reality, why we're struggling? Because we don't realize the reality, what it is. Once you know, once you break through where the truth is, and then there's no problem. Honestly, that's where the mankind is stuck spiritually or even otherwise. So this guy over here broke through that, and he shared the idea. And many of us heard about it, don't know what he's talking about it. Many of us, believe it. Believe it. But then now it's turned out to be true reality of the nature of existence. What is life is all about. What we used to call it, mystery of life. So that is the great quality of the Buddhism, and that is the 21st century Buddhism. It's not new, it's old. Truth. Yet, the person like you people are educated people, intelligent people. You should take a little step beyond faith alone. Faith is great, no doubt about it. Let that be great. Let's not talk about it. We don't have to learn faith, we all know. But Buddhism is not stuck at faith. It's way beyond. Way beyond. Traditionally in Tibet, when I was a kid, we were taught faith is important, but there are 3 types of faith. Intelligence faith, faith that wanted to achieve total enlightenment. So 3 types of faith they will talk about. Blind faith is not even counted. And we do a lot of blind faith. blind faith. And if you invest it so much in the blind faith, and that's one of our problem too. Blind faith can give you all kinds of results, not necessarily a great one. Well, if let's say, if you are worst of worst, and you're not intelligent, you don't know what to do, you can't read it. We do have a lot of them in Tibet too. Every Tibetans are not necessarily great, either spiritually or intellectually or whatever. Sometimes they do think that way, but it's not. We do have a lot of those people who can't read it, who can't think it, who can't even say Om Mani Padme Hum properly. If you didn't know Om Mani, they won't know Padme Hum. And it takes a long time for them to learn, a lot of them there. And for them, blind faith is the only solution. And when it's guided properly, then it's okay. Nothing's wrong with it. Because no other. But a person like you people who are intelligent and educated, and they will know much more than that. It has to take a little more. Don't rely on faith only. A little more intelligently. Use your common sense. If you don't, you have a lot of problems. If you look at back in the United States, a lot of problems, had been a lot of problems. I'm sure you all know the story of Jim Jones. That's a few years ago now. I don't know whether you people know or not. Jim Jones. And recently, a few years ago, Heaven's Gate. And all of them are problems. And don't let me say what it is anyway. So if you pick up little interest, you'll know. Jim Jones had a whole huge bunch of group of people committing suicide by drinking some kind of, poison or something, whatever. So, and then the Heaven's Gate also did almost the same thing. Group of people. That's not very long ago, only a few years ago. Jim Jones might have been a decade ago or something, almost. And all these are blind faith leads in that problem. Even ourselves, blind faith leads you all kinds of showbiz business. Our dharma becomes showbiz. And then it becomes, dharma has all this. Or has the quality of rituals and doing this and that and everything. Everything is available within the dharma. And then the emphasis was shifted from the true understanding, true dharma that helps the individual to understand better and uplift, sort of shining within yourself into shining on the stage. And as it becomes sort of showbiz, a number of people do this and that and dance and music and, call it cigarette dance, cigarette music and all kinds of things.